Well, snow is falling in Maryland this afternoon in Towson. Here's a live look outside from the sky at Baltimore County. Snow sticking to the shoulders, to the ramps. You can see the pavement on the highway, but let me tell you, it is very slow going. I'm Denise Koch.
And I'm Rick Ritter. We're going to get you back to Dr. Phil in just a moment, but first, an update on the snow right here in Maryland. Another live look outside at the conditions in North Baltimore at this hour. Roads are certainly slick. We could talk about that for hours. You have to be careful if you are heading out on the road.
Sure do. And meteorologist Chelsea Ingram and Bob Turk are tracking the system, updating what we can expect. Let's start with Chelsea.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Denise. So right now I'm live in Baltimore County, and I'm right there as you head into the winter storm warning area. The sleet is coming down. It actually kind of hurts a little bit. It's coming down at a moderate pace, and it's stacking up on the ground here. Let me show you a look at radar. A lot of folks are already starting to see that changeover occurring in and around I-95, but we have some very heavy banding of snowfall into portions of Harford County, Cecil County, and then also moving right now into Montgomery and Frederick counties. So the snow is starting to pile up. We have winter storm warnings that remain in place for the areas in pink, and this is until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Winter weather advisories for folks who will see more of that transition of sleet and even freezing rain later tonight. That is in effect until 1 a.m. So for more on what you can expect total-wise and as far as the timeline is concerned, I'll send it inside to the studio. Bob has those details. Hey, Bob.
All right, the snow we had so far today, some sleet and snow late tonight, probably give us about 1 to 3 around the city. Just north and west, 3 to 6, and further north and west you go. The colder it is, the more snow. 6 to 12, probably more than 12 across southern Pennsylvania, north of Hagerstown, far western Maryland. Going to really see a lot of snow there. So it'll continue in some areas, particularly north and west, and some of it can be heavy. But through the afternoon and evening, we'll see this sleet mixing in with a lot of ice accumulating, and even some freezing rain late tonight. That's the worst combination. So we'll have maybe a tenth to maybe a quarter inch of ice in some areas, particularly in central Maryland. And between 2 and 6, all the snow will be ending the back end of the storm and will be clearing out. We'll probably see hopefully a little sun by the afternoon, which will help clear things up. But it's going to get quite windy. Wind could get up to 40 miles an hour tomorrow afternoon. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Well, let's check in now with Paul Gessler. He's updating conditions around the area. And as Rick and I were saying, Paul, it is not easy driving out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to go out and get some shoveling in, this is probably the best time to do it. We had a really, really thick snowfall with thick snowflakes for about a half hour to an hour here in the early afternoon. Snow started falling here in the city late morning, and it really started sticking to the roads right around the noon hour. I'll stop talking so you can kind of hear what kind of snow we're dealing with. It's kind of like a thick snow on the side. So a couple inches right now here on the sidewalk. It is a thick snow. If you're going to shovel, you can probably do it in burst. Do it a little bit early if you've got the time this afternoon, as it's in this spot where the snow is stopped and this freezing rain, sleet is lightly coming down right now. That way you're not shoveling all of it tomorrow morning. That's probably the best bet if you're going to tackle this on your sidewalks or your driveways.
All right, Paul, thank you. We'll check back in with you in a little bit. You and I were chatting about it. The roadways just, I mean, awful. You know,
yeah, because there's ice underneath some of that snow where it has melted and then refroze. So be careful if you're driving. Another live look at conditions around the area right now. Snowing quite a bit.
So if you have to go out again, please be careful. All right, make sure you tune in to WJZ News at 4 o'clock, a little less than an hour from now. But for now, we'll take you back to Dr. Phil.